Hello, everyone. Today I thought to talk about the Kabbalah of overcoming anxiety. Now, I'm not a therapist, not licensed, just have some thoughts that have been helpful to me, so I thought to share them today with you. There's a couple things I wanted to put together, but let's start. So, there was recently an article that was published. It was published in a physics journal from MIT, and I'm just reading this article from phys.org entitled Correcting the Jitters in Quantum Devices. So the type of anxiety that I thought to hone in on is the feeling of this jittery state of all this noise is happening around us. We read the news, we see the headlines, and it creates this sense of uneasiness. So very interesting from this article. I'll link to it and take a look. It talks about the noise that can random fluctuations that can eradicate the data stored in quantum computing devices, quantum mechanics. And it says that it can all be honed in, can these random fluctuations, this noise, these disruptions can be brought down to a single source, and that is one central location that, and then from there, this jitter, these fluctuations, this noise starts, and it can disrupt and collapse the whole system. So I thought about that. A lot of times when we think that that everything is so there's so much going on, generally speaking, we can hone in on one thing that's really bothering us at a specific time. At least take on one thing at a time, and then see how we could how we could correct that situation. So, in general, as it relates to this state of uneasiness, there is a rectification in Kabbalah called hitkashrut, which means connection, to connect to a tzaddik. And this other article that I'm going to discuss is the whole array of ways to connect from our inner reality of how we want reality to be, how we believe reality should be, and in order to affect this unification between our inner reality and reality, outer reality, the reality around us. So what good can we affect with our actions in order to bring about, again, what we believe in our heart, and in order that it should have full expression in the world that we see around us? So there is, this is called foundation, called, it's Yesod, the Sphera of Yesod in Kabbalah, and it relates to connecting to a tzaddik. So you can have like the analogy of there's waters that are rushing all around, and to grab on to that which can pull us out of this confusion, out of this disruption, and it's called grabbing onto the gartel, the gartel of a tzaddik. Here, I'm wearing a gartel. The gartel is what separates the upper part of the body from the lower part of the body, and the lower part of the body, obviously, it relates to the procreative organs. So Yesod relates to the rectification of the procreative organs, to have pure thoughts, holy thoughts, and for both for physical offspring and also for spiritual holy thoughts, for physical, it was called unifications, physical, giving birth to new ideas, creative ideas, like penning our thoughts into the world, becoming an author or just creative expression in general. with art and music and so forth. So that's actually bringing those good ideas actually out into the outer world. That relates to Yesod, to foundation. And it says Tzadik Yesod Olam. The Tzadik is the foundation of the world, meaning that it's recreating a good new world. It comes from the unification of what's called Yesod and Malchus. So, about the foundation with Malchus is kingship in the world in general. And just to hone in on this a bit more, I'm going to link to this article by Rabbi Ginsburg about the whole array of ways to connect. But we learn a lot of this from Joseph, that he left he withstood the temptation with Potiphar's wife, and even though he had to tear away, and she held onto his garment as he rushed away, so he shouldn't fall into temptation, and he was put into prison for it. And as we know, the whole story that transpired from that point on. But to have this thought, this is a good meditation to sum up this idea that if we have all these distractions, whether it's whatever the modern world, whatever the distractions are, to run away from it, right? Even if they're holding on to the garment, right? To run away from it and to hold on to the gartel of a tzaddik. And by holding on to the gartel of a tzaddik, we like quicksand. You lift out of it into a free space, into a free way to what's called reveal the subconscious. That Joseph is the one that is able to reveal the secrets of the subconscious into the outer realm, into reality. Again, through withstanding the test of Potiphar's wife. This is why Pharaoh called him Safnat Paneach. He's the revealer of wonders, revealer of that which is hidden. That's literally what it means, the revealer of that which is hidden, meaning in the subconscious that he's able to bring about, to express with full creativity and drive and fulfillment of his purpose in life. So all of these thoughts relate to overcoming anxiety, because what happens, a person feels like they need the anchor. They need to feel like they're anchored. They have, first of all, generally, first as we began to be able to hone in on let's say the one thing right at this moment that is troubling us, and to leave that state, to connect to the tzaddik, and to learn from the righteous people, and come out and start revealing, start being creative and revealing and fulfilling our potential in life. Thank you.